Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we will be using MCC Halo 4 armor customization to create clone commanders from Star Wars. These guys will include Rex, Commander Cody, Commander Fox, Commander Wolffe, and Commander Gree. I tried to make them as accurate as possible with the customization options I had, so I hope you think I did a good job. With that being said, like and subscribe if you do enjoy, and let's get into it. My strongest of the 5 I'm showing today is Captain Rex, since the helmet I'm using, which is the EOD style helmet, has the perfect rendition for Captain Rex's markings and insignias that make it look really good. There are two different versions, but the standard EOD has the perfect downward stripe that Rex's helmet iconically had. The soldier pieces were perfect for the shoulders because they had that straight down line that the 501st had, but you could also use bigger pieces for the pauldrons if you wanted a more accurate look. Continuing the line down, we used Pathfinder for the chest plate, and that provided exactly what we needed. While albeit not too straight, it did its job, and it looks really well once you apply the colors. The forearms were GV09 locking because they had that straight line to continue down from the arm, fixing that 501st look into the character. The basic outer plated variant was perfect for the legs, again with that straight line look, which is across all 501st and once completed looks super good. Most of the clones use the midnight visor because it adds that black that basically all of them have, unless they're a special variant. Now for the colors, a base of white obviously, and then for the accents you use not just any blue, but just plain blue as it's named, and this gives you that Captain Rex look that everybody can recognize, and it's my best character overall. Now, on to Commander Cody. The most inaccurate part about this Cody will be his helmet, because in his Phase 2 armor, he has this special ridge across, and none of these helmets had that. But to be accurate to the actual coloring, I used the EOD show, since he had those two side parts instead of something down the middle like Rex did. The Oceanic and its variant Slid has the best ideal for the shoulder pads of Cody because it has a lot of color, and if you see on his actual character, it's entirely that gold-orange color, but I couldn't get that totally filled, so I just used as close as I could get. The EOD worked as well as it could for the chest because it had those markings coming from the bottom, giving that color that Cody has, and it still had some on the top, which wasn't accurate, but with what I had, it was the closest I could get to his actual look. For Cody's forearms, you can use the XV-27 shifting PULS, which is as close as I could get, but it's not exactly accurate because it has an extra stripe. The XG-89 narrow provided that diagonal stripe on Cody's left leg, but it also appeared on the right, so that's an inaccuracy, but it's the best I think I could get. The visor would once again be midnight, giving it that black look that the clones always had. For his colors, we have the white, and then since it's all the way down on the halo thing, we'll have to wait a bit, but you use the gold coloring, and you could also use the orange color of coral if you wanted to, but I think the gold is more accurate to its episode 3 appearance. And that'll be our finished Cody. Next is Commander Wolffe from the 104th, and I did my best, but it doesn't have an infinite customization system, so I did what I could, but it isn't the most accurate. For the head, we go back to EOD show because it has the marking similar to Commander Wolffe, and I think it would look better than the straight line down the middle because that doesn't represent how his helmet actually looks. I used Infiltrator PYTN, as this gave the lined look that his shoulder pads had. It didn't give that circle that all the lines stemmed from, but it did a pretty good job, so I think it's okay with what we got. The chest actually has little to no lines of detail, so I used Recon because that kept the secondary color out for the most part, and that looks as accurate as I possibly could get it. For the shoulder pads, you want to use XV-27 Shifting CRCT. The legs are XG-89 Narrow RPTR, which I think means Raptor, but these are the most inaccurate part because one section is completely gray while the other is completely white, and I couldn't get that with what Halo had. With a midnight visor, we had the standard white color and the steel since it looked better than the silver, but you could do either and it depends on how dark you want the markings. With that, Commander Wolffe is done. Fourth is Commander Fox, and with his mainly red with white highlight color scheme, I decided to give him a shot with the Halo 4 customization. The face was once again the EOD because he has the white line down his face, giving it the similar look that we want. For the shoulder pads, we once again used the soldier variant because this gives that white line down his side that he has with his character. The chest is oceanic slid because it gives that white on the top, which is what I want once it's highlighted with the proper colors, and that's only specific to him. For his forearms, you can use Recruit Prime, which gives the proper look. Once again, the legs are another inaccuracy, but as close as I could get it, the outer plated TOXC was the best I could do. His visor is black, so once again, you would use the Midnight variant. For his colors, the main is a red, and you could either use brick or maroon, but I think brick is more accurate to what he looks like, and for the secondary, you use white as his highlights are different. This gives us our completed Commander Fox. Last for today's video is Commander Gree, and his most inaccurate part is his color scheme, because in his Phase 2 variant, he has a lot more colors than Halo 4 MCC customization allows. Hopefully in Halo Infinite, you'll get a lot more options to use. For the third time, the helmet is the EOD standard, as he has a green line down his forehead. His shoulders are Scout Apex because this gives a mainly base color, and his shoulders in the actual cannon are mainly that steel color, so that's what I use for this. His chest will be the Defender CLMN, but it isn't too accurate since he has like kind of an overall look, but that couldn't be done with the armors we had unlocked at the moment. His forearms will be the GV09 locking FRST, giving you that camo look. The RG-63 counter FRST gives you that same camo look for the legs. His visor color is green, so the Verdant variant looks perfect for his character. His main color will be the steel, since it isn't his Phase 1 variant, and his secondary will be sage, or it could be olive if you choose, but I prefer the darker version. I couldn't work in the browns or the other greens used in his outfit, but I did an okay job. Well guys, that's going to do it for the video. Comment down below who you think looks the best out of the 5 I created. I'll probably do more common clones like 5s and others we know from the series, but other than that, like and subscribe if you do enjoy, and see you guys next time.